Via here with Leo Santa Cruz. Leo, first of all, talk about this upcoming fight. How has this preparation come along, man?
This preparation has come along great. We've been doing, today we did 13 rounds of sparring. We've been doing 12 rounds. My dad always wants me to do one extra because we're going to fight 12 rounds. So he says, I want you to show that you're ready for 12 and more. So that when we go up there, you're ready, mentally you already know that you're ready for 12 rounds. So we always do 13. And we feel good. We feel fast, strong, and we feel, I think, better than any other camp.
This camp has been a little shaky, only because you were scheduled to fight Miguel
Flores.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden he had an injury. Now all of a sudden you're facing Rafael Rivera.
Yeah.
He himself came in too as a replacement against Jojo. Jojo was supposed to fight somebody else, and then he stepped in. How has that preparation been, adjusting for a certain style and then all of a sudden you get Rivera? Or do you see any similarities?
Well, we're getting ready for Miguel Flores. He's a fighter that, he kind of boxes, he stays still. He's not like, Rivera, he comes and he lunges, he's kind of wild. And we were training for Flores. And it's a little bit striking, but, we always ready for anything. My dad always, in the training camp, he always tells me to train for different styles. Fighters that come and brawl, fighters that move, fighters have technique, every style, so that, because the fighter could always change it up. You could be training for one thing and then the fighter comes and changes it. So we're always ready for anything, and we're ready. We're still ready for Rivera. We know he's a tough fighter. He could take punches. He lasted all 12 rounds with Joseph Diaz. He cut in some good shots. It was a late replacement, but it shows that the fighters are always ready. It shows that Rafael Rivera was ready. He came and he gave a great fight. He won out 12 rounds, and it's gonna be a tough fight, but we're gonna try to win good.
If you had a choice to pick either or, who would you rather have faced, either Flores or Rivera?
Me, I think since I was already getting ready for Miguel Flores, the people already wanted to see the fight. So I think Flores, Rivera is a related replacement, and people, the fight, you never know how the fight could go. It could be a little bit hard. It could be easy and stuff. But people sometimes they always talk. If the fight goes hard, they're gonna be, oh, he was very replacement and he gave him a tough fight. So people are always gonna talk. So I prefer it would have been Flores. That way people wouldn't say, oh, look at the replacement, gave him a tough fight or this. But we're ready for anything. We're gonna go out there and do our best. Hopefully, God, we get the win, and we wanna move to the big names, to the fight that people wanna watch. Like Gary Russell, Carl Frampton, Josh Warrington, Oscar Valdez. Any of those fighters, I'm ready for them.
Oscar Valdez just came off a big. Did you see that fight?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, he landed some good shots. He got him with the uppercut and he knocked him out good.
Pretty good, being his first fight back after the broken jaw, huh?
Yeah, he left, for a while. He came and he looked good.
You're coming off a good win. Your rematch with Abner. Give a little bit on that, and also obviously you heard about Abner, right?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah,
Just give a little more about the last fight and Abner.
Yeah, the last fight with Abner Mares was great. Me and Mares have the style to give great fights, and we showed it right there that the fans love that fight. I think if they were able to, they would like to watch a third fight between me and Mares. But I heard about his eye. It really sucks. Us as fighters, we put our life out there, and I don't know if it was up to Mares, he would fight with his eye like that. But this is boxing. We have to take care of each other, and it just sucks to hear those news because this is our sport. This is the only thing we know how to do, and for us to not maybe to put our boxing career in risk and not be able to fight no more, it sucks. I send prayers to him and good recovery, and hopefully he could come back.
You mentioned the big names. Talk about the names, the styles with each guy, man. What do you see? The names that you mentioned: Russell, Valdez, Warrington.
All of them have different styles. Gary Russell, he's really fast. He's really quick. He has the fastest hands, I think, in the sport. So he's gonna be really quick. But I think timing beats speed. With those opponents, I think they bring the best out of me. I have sparring partners that are really fast, and my timing beats them. And and so I think that's the way I could beat Gary Russell. Oscar Valdez, he's strong. He has good power. If he catches you, he could hurt you. And he's really good too. He has good technique, good skills, and everything. And Warrington, he comes, he puts a lot of pressure, he throws a lot of punches. So everyone of each have a little bit of their own. So it makes them special, and that way they are champions. So any of them will be good style against me, and that's what I want to look for those fights.
There's talk a win here that you're possibly facing Gary Russell
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, like I said, I always wanted that fight since amateurs. He beat me in amateurs. I want to get that rematch, and I've been asking for that fight, but it hasn't been the time yet. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen maybe this year. But you know, we want to unify against any of the champions, like I said.
You mentioned the amateur loss.
Yeah.
I mean, different scenario. You know, you only have 3 rounds to fight, a little bit less time.
Yeah.
Here, do you feel it'll be a difference, you know, having to fight him more rounds? I mean, the hand speed's still there,
Yeah.
but you say you want that rematch bad.
Yes, I think it's managed towards me. You know, in the amateur it was only 3 rounds. In the first round he was quick and everything, but then in the later rounds I felt I was catching him more. I think my pressure was, you know, making him throw less punches and stuff. So I think now that we're gonna go 12 rounds, I think I could, you know, break him down. The speed, I'm gonna be breaking it down little by little with my pressure, with my, you know, experience. And now it's different, so I think it's gonna make a difference the 12 rounds.
Anything you want to say in closing? You're a week away from your fight. What do you want to tell the fans?
Yeah, no, to
media?
all the fans that hopefully, you know, tune in on Fox or go right there to the Microsoft Theater, right there, go watch us. I'm gonna go out there and give you guys a great fight. I'm gonna do my best to come up with the big 3 and look to unify against those champions. So thank you for all the support, and, you know, wish you guys the best.